Hey guys, welcome to my channel. Today we are going to talk about MCU's top 5 most powerful weapons. Some of the weapons in this list are of almost equal powers, so it wouldn't matter on which rank they are on, but still I gave them in a certain position because of some of their disadvantages from the other or advantages from the others. So, without any further ado, let's start our video. Number 5, the Gungnir. If we were ranking the most deceptively powerful weapons in the MCU, then Gungnir might rank right up at the top because it barely appears as a weapon at all. During peacetime, Gungnir is pretty much just the ceremonial staff held by whoever happens to King of Asgard at the moment. It was wielded by the Alfather Bor, then passed on to his son Odin, and it was even wielded by Loki at a point when he'd managed to cheat Odin out of his kingdom. So, for the most part, it's more a symbol of power than an actual powerful presence. That's why it's not in the top 1 but in number 5. I will make a separate video on Gungnir, explaining its full powers later. Another reason that it's not in the top 5 list because it was destroyed by Surtur in Thor Ragnarok when he destroyed Asgard. So without any further ado, let's move on to number 4. Number 4, Mjolnir. Like many people have a special attachment to another person, Thor had a special attachment to his hammer, called Mjolnir. Mjolnir was made from this special metal from the heart of a dying star. Until its destruction by Hela, Mjolnir was one of the most powerful weapons in the MCU. Not only could Thor use it in melee attacks, but he could also use it to fly and could even throw the hammer at opponents, controlling its speed and path. Now let's move on to number 3. Before telling you guys about the Strombreaker, let me tell you guys that Mjolnir could also be in the 3rd position, because of the one main small, but big difference is that Mjolnir requires worthiness to use. One person must be worthy to lift it, but Strombreaker doesn't have that enchantment, as the enchantment was given by Odin to Mjolnir in the original movie of Thor, but during the making of Strombreaker Odin was gone, so Strombreaker couldn't get the worthy enchantment, so that's a reason why Mjolnir could have been in the 3rd position. The Strombreaker was made by the dwarvian manufacturer Iteri. Strombreaker had certain capabilities due to which it's in the 3rd position. For example, it could innis Thor's powers, and due to it was made of Ura, the weapon was indestructible. As a result, it could also cut through the energy blasts of the Infinity Stones. It could also summon the Bifrost. Due to its increased size and mass, having both the blade of an axe and the head of a hammer in its construction, as well as sporting an elongated handle enabling the weapon to be wielded two-handed, it is a notably more potent melee weapon than Mjolnir. Eitri even went as far as to say Stormbreaker was meant to be the strongest weapon in Asgard's history. So guys, now let's move on to number 2. Number 2, the Book of Calistro. The Book of Calistro is an ancient book of spells, in the Ancient One's private collection. Its focus on the dark side of mysticism has caused many students to lose their way entirely. The book was studied by Caecilius to perform a ritual to contact Dormammu, and draw energy from the dark dimension. Many of you can know why it's in the 2nd position, because of one simple fact, that it could summon Dormammu, the cosmic conqueror, the destroyer of worlds. A being of infinite power, and endless hunger, on a quest to invade every universe and bring all worlds into his dark dimension. The book had also other capabilities such as, how to use the Eye of Agamotto, also known as the Time Stone. Due to this reasons, the book itself was very powerful and dangerous in the wrong hands. So guys, without any further ado, let's move on to number 1. Number 1, the Infinity Gauntlet. As we all know, Thanos went to Nidavellir, and forced the dwarves to construct the Infinity Gauntlet for him. Once they had done so, the Med Titan proceeded to exterminate the entire dwarven race. Only Eitri, the king of the dwarves, was spared, although Thanos destroyed his hands, by smelting them in metal, ensuring he could never create anything further on his own. As we all know, that the Infinity Gauntlet was created to harness all the power of the Infinity Stones, so that Thanos could wipe out half the population of the world. There's not much to tell about the Infinity Gauntlet, except that you all know. So that's all for today's video. Thanks for watching.
I can't find my